So, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, your God have the power to stabilize Naira. Your God controls currency. Your God works with central bank. And how your same God fell asleep while Nigerian Naira rose from where it started from to where it is now. $1 to a Naira now is almost 1,900 Naira to a dollar now, almost. And your God have been there sleeping, dozing off. You know, we wake up. Please, my people, let's look at this. Adeboye said God stopped the Naira from falling to 10,000 Naira per dollar. He said God did. That if it was not for the intervention of prayers, by now, $1 ought to have been 10,000 Naira. That his God that works in CBN has been in charge. Isn't that a shameful talk? Coming from a man, even if not as a pastor, is old enough to be reasonable. At least, yes, it's old enough to be reasonable. Because Papa Adeboye, it's difficult to address most of the things you say these days without sounding like someone is insulting elders. And I've said it times and times without number. If you guys that have come of age cannot advise the country on a positive note, cannot contribute to the betterment of Nigeria at this stage, you guys should better just lock yourself indoor and pin your mouth. You better not say anything than saying things that are not making sense. You hear me, sir? That is it. How can you say God stop Naira from falling to 10,000 Naira per dollar? How? What you concern God concern earthly currency? And which of the God you even they talk about? The God of Nigeria, which is the government, failed in their duty. But tribe not let you talk. To show how tribalistic you are even defending Ebola Ahmed Tinubu, putting the blame of his economic failure on some people. From the interview, I'll tell you some of the things when he talk before he use this statement. He said when the president removed subsidy on petrol, he said those who benefited from it became upset and created more problem. He dey defend the tribesman as president. This is tribalism at the highest peak. The same Adeboye that criticized Jonathan by all means at how much for a price of fuel. But you are defending the failure of Tinubu now, saying that when he removed subsidy, those that benefit from it became upset and created the problem. When Jonathan increased fuel, what was his excuse? He said he's removing subsidy. And this same Adeboye was at the forefront against it. Now, tribe now, don't eat on a brain sense. Don't come up for night, go na nyash. Now followers now blame. Your gullible follower, the congregation you lead, don't need to be told they are in trouble. Now I see why we are where we are. Because this man leads hundreds of thousands, if not millions, that are his followers. And with this kind of mentality and teaching, you can only raise flocks of sheep. It's that simple. He went ahead to say that as the Naira continued to decline rapidly, Adeboye said that he prayed and was grateful that others joined him in prayer. And if God hadn't intervened, $1 could have been worth 10,000 Naira by now. And the most annoying part, he concluded by saying that this illustrates how much we need prayers. Oga Adeboye, who need prayers? And for what? These same prayers were there when Naira moved. There was a time in this country when 1 Naira was equal to 1 British pound. Adeboye, they never born you that time, or you never they pray that time. See, I don't know, but things like this does get me upset. But I will try to be calm on this. And I'm glad that in response to this nonsense that Baba just said, Senator Shehu Sani, we all know that controversial senator now, responded very well, accurately, as you can see below. He said his advice is Senator Shehu Sani is now advising the CBN. He said open a special spiritual department. Shehu Sani urges CBN. Since prayers are in charge of stabilizing currency, Senator Sani is urging the CBN of Nigeria to open a special spiritual department in the banking sector. That is a mockery to Adeboye and his cohort. God has no business with currency. Prayers has no business with currency. The only God that can determine the strength or weakness of his currency is the government. The government of the day. And your tribesman has failed woefully, and you are putting the blame on those benefiting from subsidy. Who is the minister of petroleum? Is it not your brother Tinubu? This Adeboye, this Adeboye. I pity your followers. So there's never a time I will not refer to your followers as people that lack sense, regardless of wherever they occupy, no matter the position. Some are just fortunate to be up where they are. Otherwise, if we are to rate them by their sense, they should be down below suffering. How can you be there? How can you be saying things that doesn't make sense? I bet my people. See you in my next video.